Live. I'm nowcast meteorologist Christopher Collins.
Raleigh. Welcome in. You have now entered the RDU Live show right here on Oak 93.5. We got a show for you today. Just gave you a little sneak peek of what we got going on. We're going to be playing some music, having some conversation. It's one of them days. Look, thank you for tuning in. Hey, if you're out there on the roadways, if you're out there on 4540 Glenwood, wherever you might be, thank you for tuning in. Go ahead, buckle up. Reach over, turn us up, but make sure you're staying safe. And if you're out there watching on YouTube, Facebook Live 365, wherever you might be, go ahead, put something in the comments. Let us know you're watching. Let us know you're listening. And don't forget, hit that like, share, and/or subscribe button. They said help the algorithm or something like that. Look, I'm your host, Cameron McCarty. Today, I'm sitting in the seat, but I got some people that's in the studio with me. We got the beautiful Miss Tyra Lynn. How you doing?
Hey, y'all. Hey, Cam.
You know, it's the last Tuesday of the month. We finna have a party. We're gonna have Richie Nelson, the other host of the RDU Live show. He's gonna be coming in and having a conversation with us. We're gonna have us a good Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's a good Tuesday to have a good Tuesday.
It is. I haven't had a good Tuesday. Actually, I always have a good Tuesday.
You always, it's Tuesday.
When the last time I had a good Tuesday? Last Tuesday.
Exactly. It's always a good Tuesday. You know why? Because the RDU Live show was on the air at 6 p.m.
Always.
That's right. So, you know, if you've been listening to the show, especially when I'm hosting, I always start the show off with something that's real, that's relevant to the triangle of the world at large. That's what I do. Mm-hmm. So I got a couple things to talk about. I put some notes. I usually don't do notes. I usually don't write them down, but when I have,
got notes, y'all.
When I have important people that's, in the studio with me, I got to look professional. I got to feel professional. So I typed out some talking points, they say. Talking points. Look, so as we get this thing started, I'm going to get into this housekeeping and get into the updates and all that good stuff. I want to remind everybody, when we're not playing music, this is a call-in show. This is a call-in show. And that phone number is 919-899-9305. That's 919-899-9305. Call in, get into the conversation. Just talk to us a little bit. If you're out there watching on Instagram Live or whatever, I want to say hey to you all as well. We're going to be playing some music. We're going to be having a conversation. Let's start off with what's coming up, what's going on in the triangle. Just a couple things to talk about. I know Tyra's probably got 800 things that you know about. Hey. I only know a little small part of the triangle.
I know just as much as you know. And what you don't know, I'm here to help. That's it. I'm just here.
You gonna add your sauce onto it?
Just a little.
So a couple things, not necessarily in the triangle, but a person that's from the triangle. I really gotta shout out my man D Squared, Danny D Squared. He is releasing an album. Me and him, we've been rocking with each other for about a year now. Really positive guy, doing a lot of things. And he's releasing an album, The Initial Ascent. He's having an album release party. He's actually having it in Charlotte. No shade. Should be in the triangle, but he's having it in Charlotte at the Royal Tot on May 2nd. So if you're in the triangle, if you're listening from Charlotte, wherever you might be, if you happen to be in the Charlotte area, May 2nd, it starts at like 9 p.m. Go check out D Squared. He's a saxophonist. He's a hip hop artist, multi-talented, puts out really good music.
Yeah.
So proud of him. He actually was on Rich Tube TV real recently.
Yeah.
He was on the live stream.
Yeah. So shout out to Rich Tube TV.
Shout out to Rich.
Got some great guests on there.
Exactly. So Danny D Square, man, shout out to everything you got going on. And thank you for, being a part of this RDU Live thing, being a part of Rich Tube TV and doing your thing, man. Shout out. Also, open mics are a thing for us. Open mics are a thing, and it's going to be a part of the conversation today. Just letting you know. But open mics are a thing. So tonight, Tuesdays, you already know. If you've been listening to the show, you already know CJ Baker and the crew. They over at Rhythm and Brews. It's Tried and true. Every Tuesday, you know where to be. Rhythm and Brews, right outside of downtown Durham on Fayetteville Street. CJ Baker and the crew. They start up at 9 p.m. They have a featured artist that goes for about 45 minutes. It's going to be Jay. He plays saxophone. So they're going to have an instrumentalist leading their open mic tonight. All right. And then after that, it's an open mic. Bring your rhymes, bring your raps, bring whatever you got. Also, bring your instrument. You can get in on the jam session. So, CJ Baker's open mic, Rhythm and Brews. All right?
Yeah, hot wings.
Hot wings. Oh, my goodness.
I'm so hungry.
Oh, my
just thinking
goodness.
about it.
Oh, my goodness.
Might have to stop by and get me a 10-piece.
Oh, my goodness. The hot wings are something to behold. And I tried their fish sandwich. They have
I don't eat fish.
You don't eat fish.
What? You sound offended?
You don't eat fish.
I eat shrimp, if that's any.
So what's wrong with fish?
I have a story, but I just can't do it. Just can't do it. My dad fish, and he would come home, clean them, and then he would like let them soak. But he would, like put them in with the eyes and the stuff. And I went to get lemonade one day, and I saw them floating in there, and I didn't go back in that kitchen for days. I do not eat fish. You can see the bones in the body. All I'm saying is I never seen my cow hole. I never seen my pig hole before, and I can eat that. But the fish,
Okay, do you eat shrimp?
I do.
See?
I struggle with it though. Like it's got to be the vein and stuff. I know. I'm like struggling. I'm like, these are living creatures, but I'm about to tear it out.
We're going to have a conversation about this fish thing now.
I just can't do it. I'm not a fish girl. No lobster, no nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Now, you know they say that lobsters are like the roaches of the sea.
Yeah, I thought.
You know.
Wait, what's
no, I think it's shrimps. It's shrimp.
Oh,
shrimp.
Lord.
Shrimp. They say like the roaches of the sea. I'm just saying.
Roaches are delicacies.
I'm just saying. If y'all didn't know out there, I love to fish. I go fishing a lot, and I eat a lot of fish. Mm-hmm. So you saying you don't eat fish kind of hurts my heart, but that's okay. we won't. I will hold that against you. I was about to say I'm not gonna hold it against you, but I will. I will.
Don't hold it against me.
But yeah, Rhythm and Brews, they have a good fish sandwich over there. and a couple other things that's going on. That's just from the open mic perspective. Also, Yonder, the band Yonder Music.
They got great open mic nights. I might have to pop out.
Slims downtown Raleigh. Slims in downtown Raleigh. They once again also have like a featured artist, and then they open it up to have people come up on stage and do their thing, open mics, as well as bring your instruments. Once again, same concept. And tonight, their featured artist happens to be Queen Asada.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Queen Asada from Black Portrait.
Yeah,
Queen
so
Asada.
I might have to stop by and say hello.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. They start up at 9 p.m., I want to say. They start up at 9 p.m. as well. So it's always something to do. Actually, also over in Hillsborough, I made this distinction the last time I was on, Yonder Music. So this is Yonder, Jandr. Mm-hmm. Jandr. They're a band here in the Triangle. Not to be confused with Yonder, Yonder. Right? That's actually an establishment out in Hillsborough. They also have a long-standing open mic on Tuesdays.
Wow.
That is correct.
Okay.
It's a long-standing open mic. There's a lot of people that come through there. It's out in Hillsborough, so it's a little bit out of the city. But if you've never been to downtown Hillsborough, it's one of those quaint places that's really growing up. It's really cool, eclectic kind of spot. And Yonder, Yondr, they have an open mic on Tuesdays as well.
Okay.
All right. So I just, I always want to be clear and clarify. If you're out there listening, you might be in the car. There's two ways to spell it. Yondr. If you're talking to Siri, or, if you're talking to somebody and you just say Yonder, it might pull up two different things.
You're going to end up at a good show.
You're going to end up hearing some good music regardless. You're going to end up hearing some good music regardless. Did I see Richie come in?
Yeah. Come on in the room.
We got Richie Nelson in the building. Richie Nelson in the building. How you doing? We got the whole RDU Live team here. We got myself, Cam. We got Tyra Lynn. We got Richie Nelson. We got Marissa back there sending emails and doing what she does, holding it down back there. We got the whole RDU Live team in the building. All right. How you been, Rich? You can't just come in and not say nothing now.
Oh, I'm doing all right.
Gotta put you on the spot.
Y'all ain't talked about sinners yet, have y'all? Did I miss that?
No, we ain't talking about it just yet.
We haven't gotten to the
Oh,
good stuff.
we gonna have to talk about it since you bring it up.
Oh man.
Let's do it. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you finish.
You gonna let me? Oh, thank you, Kanye. Thank you.
Because you know the Cowboy Carter tour just started yesterday.
Here we go.
So we got we got it. We got you up to date on everything.
So I don't know. Maybe it was about 2 months ago. I was sitting on the other side while you were hosting. You started talking about your girl Beyonce, and I just we're gonna have to have this. We got some conversations to have.
What's the problem?
Yeah, you know how I feel about Beyonce. I think I feel away.
Me and Cam, we get along very well, but when it comes to that,
I feel away.
we just don't click. I don't know what his problem is.
You know that's how me and Tyra got acquainted. We were at I had said something about Beyonce on Facebook, and she was just in the comments saying something, and then like fast forward maybe like a week or so, we had like a Christmas music video shoot, and then like I think we were like, was it like a fake snowball fight? And then like I was like, man, they don't get lit up. And then like she ended up like, yeah, that's what you said about Beyonce.
Karma.
See, you did the same thing to me live on air and started throwing spitballs at me. So we got a lot of conversation to get into today. Look, if you want to get in on any of these conversations, if you're a part of the Beehive, don't call in. But the phone number is 919-899-9305. That phone number is 919-899-9305. I'm just playing, not really. Look, so we got a couple of tracks so this is our playlist show, end of the month. You know, we play some music, we have a little bit of conversation, we have a little bit of fun, we review the month, just talk about a couple of different things. We were talking about open mics, talking about CJ Baker's open mic, talking about the Yonder open mic. We talked about D Square. There's a couple other things that happened in the month of May that I want to talk about. And yeah, the last thing before we play some music that I want to get through, because I always do it at the top of the show, is Alicia Marie. I always shout out Alicia Marie because she's doing so many positive things.
So many.
Once again, another person that was on the Rich Tube TV live stream.
And on Tyra Lynn Tunes in, might I add.
And on Tyra Lynn Tunes in.
Yes.
I have not got a chance to interview Alicia. I'm the only person in the room that has not got a chance to interview Alicia Marie. I'm feeling some type of way. Alicia, if you're out there listening, I got to get you booked. I got to have a sit-down interview with you, whether it's in the studio or podcast form, something. That's between me and you. Don't worry about them no more. It's me and you.
That's
all right?
crazy. What is this?
Hey, I'm coming. I'm coming, baby. I'm coming.
I thought we were family. I don't know what happened.
Hey, I'm coming for this thing. But no, she has a lot of things going on. So many things.
Yeah.
May 3rd coming up pretty quickly. She has Trap versus Reggae over at Pinhook.
Oh.
Yeah, that's on May 3rd. That's going to be dope. Once again, she has so many things going on in a positive way. She's also, soliciting to go to Atlanta, soliciting artists. So go check out her page there. And make sure you tap in with Alicia Marie, but especially on May 3rd at the Pinhook. Starts at 10 p.m. Trap versus Reggae. It's going to be a whole vibe. She always puts together like a whole curated thing.
I think there's another event on the 20th as well. Now, I'm not going to say it just in case I say it wrong and ain't nobody like, no, you said the event wrong. No, so go look at her page. There's an event May the 20th. Yeah, I don't want to say the wrong name.
Is it the No Love open mic?
I think it's something else.
Okay.
But I believe it's in the area as well.
Okay.
So, yeah, definitely check that out for all artists that's trying to be outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Moral of the story is go check out Alicia Marie on, any social medias, all that. She's got you covered. So, look, before we get into anything else, once again, this is our playlist show. Let's go ahead and run one of these tracks. This came in earlier in the month, to come out today. This is Feels Right. This is going to be Feels Right by Jay Faith. Just to preface, Jay Faith, he is faithful in sending in his music, getting it in on time for these shows. He's just releasing this track and he wants to play it right here on Oak 93.5. We are so honored to play this track. So we're going to go ahead and run it. We're going to go ahead and make it do what it do. This is Jay Faith, Feels Right.
words be his words, I would carry you. Tell me what is missing. There's only one way. You fell hard for religion. It's time to wake up. I'm like, please, can you listen? Oh, wait, oh man. Life got you down quicksand. It was all about the money in your eyes, quick bands. And it's kinda hard to trust when you turn to your plans, eh? And when you turn to your plans, you've been moving all wrong, but it feels so right. You've been needing some relief from the sleepless nights. And many times you had help, but you set it to the side. And many times you had help, but you traded it for pride. Let's go, okay. Leaving that behind, you don't really need it. God have something special, need you to see it. Can you see it? Look around, can you feel that you're breathing? Blessings on blessings on blessings. Life is a gift and it always gives lessons. I pray you are learning, I pray for discernment. That love that you have for God, just keep it burning.
1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4. It's the midnight hour, Jesus knocking at your door. Jehovah Jireh, my provider. Been down too many times, feeling too low to take the high road. But on the high note, I know my goat. Line up, Judah, spiritual ruler. Moving so wrong, but it feels so right. Cause when everybody out of sight, you throwing God out of mind, thinking you're out of his sight. You've been wrong for too long, but there's change in the air and it's everywhere. Yeah, I can feel it, it's everywhere. Can you feel it? I can feel it. Can you see it? I can see it. Holy Spirit, breathe it in. Listen, can you hear it? I can hear it all now. Whispers in the air, asking one faith question. I can feel it in the air like, can you feel it? Holy Spirit, breathing. I can hear it. Only your fears getting tossed out by the boss now. It's the devil's lost now. Only one true king, Jesus, royalty thing. Cast down your crown and worship. Done with the worst yet. It's up from here. So lift your head up every night, every sight. Moving so wrong, but it feels so right. But that ends tonight, yeah. But that ends tonight. Lift your head up every sight, every night. Moving so wrong, but it feels so right. But that ends tonight. In the name of Jesus, yeah, that ends tonight, yeah.
Yeah, I'm moving so wrong, but it feels so right. 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 Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's right. J Faith feels right. Shout out to J Faith once again. He's always sending in quality music, and I'm like, over the course of time, I have the privilege to say I'm like watching his career grow and him do more things. First interaction literally was him submitting music in. This was months and months and months ago, and he's been doing it every month and getting on bigger stages. So shout out to you, J Faith. Shout out to all the stuff that you and your wife are doing, actually. And thank you for always coming and supporting our shows. Shout out, shout out, shout out. Yeah, so we're here having a conversation once again. Last Tuesday of the month, we do our playlist show. And on this particular show, basically, we open it up for the whole month. We open it up, and you have to submit your music in. If you're an artist or a producer or manager or whatever, you submit your music in to us, and you gotta follow the steps. There are steps to do. You gotta do it the right way. Send us the correct types of files, and we listen to it and see if it's up to snuff, and we play it on the radio. And I want to make a call out here. I do it every time I'm on the air on one of these shows. We want you to follow the directions. We want you to follow the directions. And so while we love to listen to music and we love links and we love all of that, we need you to send us the files. We need the correct files, and we need the correct formats and all that kind of stuff. We interface with a lot of people, and it's hard to kind of weed through everything. So if you're out there and you're submitting, and you submitted some links, I responded to you and asked for the file. And it's not one of those things where we're trying to be too selective or anything like that. But this is a platform, and we're trying to put our best foot forward, and we ask the same. Is that fair? Am I being fair on that?
Honey, you being real nice.
Every time we bring this up, Tyra bring the heat.
He only being nice on air. Somebody sent them links. He sent back, bless your heart. Oh, man. What did you do?
Cam is professional.
I'm trying to be politically correct.
He's very professional.
I'm trying.
The great point of contact. Because
And,
I'm gonna be like, I know you didn't read. I see you didn't read.
yeah,
Put it back.
It's on the fly.
the link.
It's on the fly. So, long story short, if you're out there and you need some help, reach out to me because they gonna be kind of cold with you. They gonna be kind of cold. But you know, that's just what it is. This is what we do. This is what we do, and we got a lot going on, just like you do as well. So thank you to all the artists over time that have done it and done what we asked, and you know, we have a chance to play you right here on the radio.
Yeah, thank you.
So I want to get back to something. We're talking about centers.
Okay.
We're talking about
Yeah.
centers. What's going on with that? Richard brought it in hot. He brought it in hot.
I just want to make sure we didn't that y'all didn't talk about it already. But yeah, that's really one of the ones. It's very, very rare that you go into a movie and it lives up to the hype. Like a lot of people, I feel like will kind of just gas things and be like, you know, follow the trend. Or, you know, like, oh, this is good because everybody else is saying it's good. No, it's just as good as they say it is. I will say. That one part, the part, because Cam, you haven't seen it, but like the part was really,
Yeah.
it was just so trippy, like for it to happen so matter of fact. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like he is really doing this. Like, and I said that a few times throughout the movie. It was like, he's really doing this, like just like this, like.
Yeah, I think it opens up a very nice dialogue, especially for us. Like, we obviously love music, we obviously love supporting it, and we know the history behind it, and to see him like kind of put that all in one room and make it make sense on a spiritual level, but like on a level where if you're not a spiritual person, you can still understand the history behind it, was very smooth. Like, yeah, I enjoyed the whole thing.
Yeah.
So it lived up to the hype because I've been seeing a lot, and I planned on seeing it like ever since it, you know, kind of was introduced. I planned on seeing it, but like you said, Richie, sometimes things get played up and overhyped, and I'm like, do I really want to? Do I really want to?
I
think if you're watching so many of the reviews and stuff, you're gonna expect too much. So
Yeah,
I say
yeah.
lay off that.
Okay,
And
okay.
Go with your own, like, because you don't have to like it. You might not like it.
Okay.
And it's really open for interpretation because they're going on think piece.
I'm judging. I'm sorry.
rampages.
I'm judging. You ain't like it. Like,
I mean,
what
of
you
course,
mean? Like,
that's how I feel about Beyonce. But you know,
That's what I was about to say.
see, like,
you might not like it.
You might not like it,
I don't-
but I think you have to pull what you can from it. Don't read so many, don't watch so much like reviews and stuff, because you're gonna be like, well, that didn't happen, and I didn't expect that, and it's
Okay.
like you should just enjoy the art
Okay.
and take what you can from it.
one thing I did learn about myself, like I could have lived back then. The way they had it set up, I was like, I'd have found something to do.
Yeah,
found something
no,
to do out there,
not at all. I think you didn't watch the movie.
It's all right.
I
It's
think
all
you-
right. I was
And do
in
you
it.
see why I say watch it for yourself?
I was like, man, I could have lived
What I
back
got
then.
is
It's
not
something
what
he
he
got.
got.
I was like, I could do that.
No.
They out there looking
They
how they
were
look. I
running
was
from
here.
the clan.
Hey man, look, I'm strong. I got it.
Hey, you can withstand. I can
There were good
withstand.
times. It's bad times now. Like, you know what I'm
But
saying?
honey.
And the crazy
I
part is
think
we
you
all
were
can see the bad times. Like at least a couple people were kind of like blind to the fact back then. If you stayed in your little corner,
They was
like
not blind.
nothing was wrong. If you chose to be delusional, I mean, you could. That's.
Oh,
where
that's
it is
that's
now.
an interest. Yo, you
Yeah,
bring it.
that's a crazy
Yo,
take. Do
that's
you
crazy.
See? You gotta definitely come. That's a crazy take.
I'm just saying. I mean, it was me personally, like
You probably just wanted to enjoy that night.
No, not even that night. Just the whole like throughout the whole day when they were setting it up, like Ocean's 12. I was just like, oh man, this is cool. Like it's a little rough, but I was like, this is cool.
You like I could do that?
Like
Well,
I could.
send him on.
Oh, and I'm not saying I volunteer, but like y'all seen the movies where you just wake up just displaced in a whole nother time. Like
Yeah,
I'd
I
wake up from there, I'd be like,
choose that
man,
one.
look, I'm gonna try to get back, but while I'm here, like, yo, go ahead and get down to the jitterbug and get right.
Get down to the jitterbug.
Yeah, that's gonna be the only place you welcome at the jitterbug.
Get down to the jitterbug.
You
You
know,
can
whoop,
choose. At least
whoop.
you can venue hop. You couldn't venue hop back then.
Oh yeah, just going there. Yeah, you got
You
to
would
the.
come
You see,
on.
I
You
said
got
not a jitterbug, get
the
down to
jitterbug.
The only jitterbug.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I'm gonna have to watch it. If you're out there and you're listening, and you didn't see, and you have seen Sinners, go ahead and put something in the comments. Let us know. Once again, if you want to get in this conversation, go ahead and call us. We're gonna make sure we watch that. We gotta watch it. And a lot of the reviews I've seen haven't necessarily been about the plot, but more so about, and I love art, so more so about the appreciation of the acting and like how to really play those roles and be in that kind of headspace, you know, multiple ways to do it. That's a lot of the reviews that I've been watching.
And shout out to TikTok. I wasn't a big TikTok person, but I really appreciate that we have even Instagram or the social media platforms to see the behind the scenes. I love the commentary. Like, those are always my favorite parts of the movie, is to see how they made it and how passionate they were about it. And so it just really like, it doesn't break the fantasy.
Yeah, nothing is more exciting for me than walking out of a movie and opening that old Elon app and seeing what the world talking about. Now that I can, can't dodge the spoilers, I'm like, man, oh man. I don't know, like the way my app is set up is like, I don't know, a whole lot of y'all app is what y'all make it, and y'all made it out to be what it is.
Get on Threads.
But how I have it set up, like once it's in there, I'm like, I can. It's just really like, I feel like I'm reading the world's mind, like just
reading the world's mind.
There's a lot of stupid people too.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's the world. All of them. Like man, he crazy. Like all of that. But yeah, it's like to see what the people are talking about, and to see whether or not you agree with it. That's low key, high key. Why they have reaction channels out there.
Reaction.
Y'all could go check out Richie Reaction. It was crazy that I brought that up.
Hey. Well, quick question on this one: Threads or X?
Threads.
That old Elon app. I'm not gonna call it X either. It's either Twitter or the Elon app.
I can't. Twitter for me, it became something else, especially politically, and then it being owned by Elon. I was just like, okay, if there's nothing else I can do, I could delete this. Like my profile is still up, but like, and admittedly, I may hop on if something hot is happening just to touch on trending.
Oh, so you do the same thing Richie does.
Yes, but I definitely monitor. I'm like, Twitter just made me feel.
You gotta have a mental for it, but
Twitter is just not my spot.
Threads. The only thing about Threads is like I have it's very similar to this, against Elon, the Elon app, but like it's app. Like because I'm on Instagram a lot. That's like my principal social media thing. And it's like if I'm on Instagram and I'm on Facebook and then I'm on Threads, it's like I'm just letting Meta rule me. Like you just never leave the Meta ecosystem.
And that's how they like it.
Exactly. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I think conspiracies are true.
Robots. We're all like.
I think with my Elon app, it's so displaced from my other apps. Like I don't even bring it up when I promo, like it's the same. I mean, y'all could definitely follow me, Rich Nelson 2K, but but it's so displaced from that. Like I get to see how truly ugly the world is.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
That's what I appreciate about it.
Yeah, it's real. It's real.
Every comment section is crazy.
Like it doesn't hold back, and sometimes you need that. Sometimes you need to see how ugly
the unadulterated truth
to not
about
be
life.
Delusional. Like I could have been if I was back there with them in Center's time and Center's o'clock. But
yeah, crazy.
I don't know how we got on this conversation about Threads and the Elon app. We don't call it X around here. We call it the Elon app. Just like Teslas are the Elon vehicle, as they say.
Oh man.
So look, this once again, I always have to say this is our playlist show. We just kind of having a little fun talking about a couple different things. We got one more track to play. We got one more track. Somebody submitted some music. G Santana, actually out of Greensboro. Out of Greensboro. So this is the RDU Live show. Of course, we're here in the Triangle, but we like to support music across the Carolinas, across the country. This is what we do. We break records. We play them right here on Oak 93.5. G Santana, they submitted some music, and they submitted Rack'em Stack'em. Rack'em Stack'em. I'm not making that up. I'm not changing the name. It's called Rack'em Stack'em.
Everything in me not to say robots.
Exactly.
But I'm all right.
Exactly.
I just saw G Santana at Icy's Rent Due.
We got to talk about that too. We got to talk about that. So we're going to play Rack'em Stack'em by G Santana. And right when we come back, we're going to be talking about the rents due. All right. Rack'em Stack'em. And we want Rack'em Stack'em to play.
I couldn't help it.
What's up? Hey, yo.
Okay,
steady
so
in action, like Bruce Willis acting, but I'm never lacking. Got fire active, no hydra can splash it, or hydra if magic. She take out the rabbit, now the show was fantastic. Hammer shit like Aladdin, she was calling me daddy, but Santana no pappy. Yeah, my brain's getting nappy, never hustling backwards. Sacrifices they happen, eating the tuna fish sandwich, cause I'm grinding and stacking. Yeah, rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. Rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. Rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. I heard you want action, well let's get the cash. Yeah, rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. Rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. Rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. I heard you want action, well let's get the cash. Pack 'em up and wrap 'em. Heard they talking ratchet, when I brought the ratchet, you was running faster. Call you know it lies, niggas hate to see you always be successful. They can envy you too, I'm a gentleman too. Open the door, she cute, I want to borrow some boots so they can match with my shoes. Even if you wear a 10, you can't walk in my shoes. Clocking your moves, never thinking I wanna prove. Yeah, rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. Rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. Rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. I heard you want action, well let's get the cash. Yeah, rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. Rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. Rack 'em and stack 'em, then pack 'em and wrap 'em. I heard you want action, well let's get the cash in.
that was Rack'em Stack'em. That was Rack'em Stack'em. We are learning right here on the radio. We were talking off here about how to learn how to press buttons and do different things. That's what we do here. That's what we do. We just have fun. We're having fun. So appreciate G Santana for submitting that music. Once again, out of Greensboro. Rack'em Stack'em. We just played that. Look, so we're here. It's myself, Cam, right here on the RDU Live Show with Tyra Lynn, host of the Tyra Lynn Tunes In Show.
Yeah.
And Richie Nelson, host of Rich Radio. Right here on the RDU Live Show, Oak 93.5 WROY, airing Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Tuesdays at 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. This is what we do. This is what we do. If you're out there listening, hey, we are done playing music for the moment. So this is just an open conversation. And if you want to get in on the conversation, go ahead, call us and talk to us. That phone number is 919-899-9305. That's 919-899-9305. We're just having some conversations. And I wanted to talk about the Rinse Do concert. Icy the Boss. Icy the Boss. Shout out to Icy the Boss, man, doing his thing. He's always doing something. Once again, like Alicia Marie, got a lot going on, putting a lot of people on stage. And the Rinse Due literally is always at the end of the month. So it's coming with the rent is due. Mm-hmm. And it's so crazy that it's hosted. It does have a host of the Rinse Due. There's a person that hosts it. Mm-hmm. And it's hosted by none other than your very own Tyra Lynn.
Yay.
Tyra Lynn. So how was the last one? How was it?
It was very fun. I had a ball. Rents due every last Sunday of the month at the Cave in Chapel Hill. Shout out to Icy the Boss. Shout out to the Cave. It is an initiative to support our local artists, as always. You know,
that's right. Donation
based. When you walk in the door, come have a good time. You could tip multiple ways. You can give multiple ways. And it's just all about community and, you know, coming together to literally support each other. With your time, you know, some change. Don't give $1, give $2.
Yeah, yeah.
And, you know, even staying to the end is, you know, a way of supporting.
Supporting, yeah.
So, I love it. I had a great time. Oh, my gosh. So, we had a few standouts. I hate to say I have favorites, but okay, so my favorite of last time was one Ari Quinn. She was premiering some new music, and Pink Moscato really tore the building up. She was very good, very like a eclectic voice, neo soul, like a tone, and her tone is like real raspy. And then she was freestyling. She took some words from the crowd, and of course we had Deuce Tyrell. He was singing my favorite song that's on the playlist, the Spotify playlist, which I need to update, but it's still my number one song on my playlist. Mm-hmm. But yeah, Rinse Do is always a good time. I can't wait to see the artists that we have next time, and it's open like if you guys are listening and you want to be on the layout of Rent Stew, just hit up Icy the Boss and we can make that happen. Hit me up. We can make that happen because we want to, support.
Keep supporting.
Yeah.
Keep supporting. I always appreciate things like that. Once again, shout out Icy the Boss for putting that together, curating that show every month, just like Alicia Marie. Got to give a shout out to my main man, DJ Kid from the Hill. Got to give a shout out to DJ Kid from the Hill. Once again, somebody else that's making moves, blowing up, doing his thing, and he's so humble with it. But he's one of the best DJs in the area, and I'm glad he's getting opportunities to be on stage. And he's been over at UNC, so he just got some news, a couple of weeks ago that he's like UNC's DJ now, and he's did the last day of class. This whole weekend, he's been at UNC doing all their events, and really leveling up, man. So shout out to Kid from the Hill, man. Really happy for all the opportunities that's coming your way. Well deserved. So. No. Go ahead.
I was just gonna drop a few more events before you moved on.
No. Drop the events. This is what we do.
Okay, because I be outside looking everywhere. So, if you guys are free on these dates, we have a few events coming out. But there are a few events. You can check out their Instagram pages and whatnot. But May 10th, Jay Soleil, who recently was Jay to HBK, I just had him on Tylerland Tunes in. He will be at King's on May 10th. You can check out his page and get a ticket for that. I'm really excited about that show. Khalil Nassim is going to be there, who's also on Tylerland Tunes in. It's just going to be a great show. So May 10th, if you're free, you can stop by King's to check out Jay Soleil. May 11th, Rome Jeter is having another Mistakes listening party. So you guys can check that out as well. Just follow him on his page so you can get that information. I have a lot going on in my head, and I do not have that right now. Also, May 22nd, R&B and Ty Harris are having
That's right. It's R&B's birthday bash. Yeah,
right.
That's right.
You already know that's going to be dope. And R&B was actually off. He's never off. And he stopped by Rent Stew, so that should tell you how cool it is. And May 24th, Fifth Shang is also having another listening party for Portal, his release. Yes, I think it was Snake. And that might be wrong, but please forgive me. So make sure you check out these guys' pages. And those are just 4 events, 4 different ways you can support artists releasing their music and support another artist this month.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's so much going on in Triangle, man. This is one of the reasons we have this platform. It's so much, going on in so many places that you can support. You can listen to good music. You can, just know what's going on in your area. It's a lot of artistry.
Yes.
Artistry
really cool.
in the Triangle, whether it's, Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, Carver, you name the place. There's so many different places and things to do. I was talking to somebody the other day, and you can gauge how much artistry is in the Triangle simply by how many venues there are.
Yeah.
Right? We just named like 8 different shows at 8 different places.
Yeah.
Right? Whether they're music venues or bars, breweries that have live music, but just the concept of how many live music venues there are. You go to downtown Durham, you can walk from Missy Lanes to Pinhook to Motorco in 3 blocks, right? Yeah. Like it's just one of those things. And likewise in downtown Durham, from Poorhouse to Kings to Neptunes to all, it's just so many, and it's indicative of how much artistry and that's in the area. And there's so many genres. Right, we're talking hip hop to R&B to jazz to rock. There's a whole rock scene out here in the Triangle. You talk about Chapel of Bones over on South Saunders Street, huge venue that's always having touring acts and Kings. It's just a lot that goes on.
Always something to do.
And that's why we do what we do. That's why we're here to talk about it, to have a little fun with it.
We talked about that last month.
Uh-huh. So I have a question. that I wanted to pose to you guys. I was talking to my guy, Deshaun. Shout out to Deshaun. Actually, shout out to Deshaun. R&B Live night over at Missy Lanes. We did some interviews. We interviewed a couple of the featured artists over there. It was a great night. He does that every month, once a month. I think next month he's going to have the Tones. So they sing, with Anthony Hamilton. The Tones, they're going to be the featured artists there. Shout out to him. But I was having a conversation with him. And we're talking about open mics. So we're having this, conversation about artistry and open mics and stuff like that. And he has this idea or this concept that, depending on what time frame you're in your journey, should you be doing open mics if you're about to release a record or you're about to go on tour in your area? Should you be giving away their artistry for free? This is just conversation pieces. And so since we're talking about all the different shows we have and shows we can go to and showcases, one conversation that you and I had, Tyra, is about like how many people should be on the bill when you're doing these artist showcases. And so we collectively go to a lot of events, whether they be open mics, concerts, showcases, whatever the case is. We just go to a lot of them. It's our job, right? And so what do you find is the best experience? Is it when you have like one or two people on the bill? And I know there's different scenarios, different cases. Or is it, when you have like a bill of 12 people and 15 people, you get to see a lot of artists, right?
Yeah.
But like what's a good, what should we be doing as an artist community when we're doing these showcases?
8 max. 8 is still pushing it.
Mm-hmm.
Ideally, 5 to 6.
Yeah.
And those 5 to 6 should be some show enough acts because those 5 to 6 have time.
Yeah.
But if you want to push it a little bit, maybe get some extra time. Me personally, 8.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those showcases with 12, 20.
Yeah.
Once if it's not that, to put a festival amount of people in a building.
Yeah. I get tired. I love music. Now it's not the individual artist, but I just like my interest starts to go away after a certain amount of time.
Yeah. I think people confuse showcases and open mic nights.
Exactly.
For one, a showcase would definitely be a curated function where if you have your electronic press kit, shout out to Mukani.
Shout out Mukani.
And Ron just got married.
Oh,
yesterday.
shout out.
No, he got married on Sunday, so congratulations
Nice.
to him. But yeah, if you have a curated show, that's a showcase, and I agree. 5 to 6 is really that sweet spot. You don't want to be in the building for 4 hours. A movie's only 2, and an open mic night. I think they probably want to cap that at maybe 12 to 15. It is open, and you can go up to that much, and it's for fun, for practice.
The best open mic system I've seen is there was a sign-up sheet of about 17, and the first 17 got to rock, and then they would bring a second sheet out for the next show. It would only be about maybe 8 for that next show. It would give people time to show up early for the next show. So you would have about 8 from the last show with about 15 to 17. So you got about 20 acts, and it's only 2 songs.
Yeah,
so
you
got your event, but not only does it, you don't have too many people up there. Nobody can skip line because you can't do the whole I give you this amount, you help me. But yeah, that's the best system I've seen since I've been out here, is that you have a certain amount, and then it's just not only you didn't make the list, but network.
Yeah.
Go talk to the DJ, because it's just as good as performing at an open mic, knowing the DJ that'll play your song at an open mic. That hits the exact same way. If y'all didn't know. Actually hit a little bit better, because what if you might be a little nervous on stage. You won't not gonna be nervous on them speakers. Yeah. But I'm just that don't listen to me. I'm old.
That's game.
I mean, that's good. I think they should cap them at like 3 hours and use the last hour for relaxing, networking, and stuff. I don't think we need 4 hours of acts, because let's be honest, some of y'all not good, man. Some of y'all not good, and it's
Tyra said it. I'm sorry, y'all.
I have
Tyra
to
said
sit
it.
and watch y'all, and I be at the bar like get. You know what? No, that's rude. All I have to say is please work on your craft. Some of y'all need to.
Y'all heard the good ones, because y'all go up there not good, and then now nobody interested. So guess what happened when nobody interested? Somebody good went up.
Ain't nobody listening.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody listening.
They tune out.
It definitely needs to be some, because the open mic night you risk, because anybody can do it.
Anybody can.
You get what you sign up for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I agree. We should cap that. I think 12 is probably too many. I think 10 is a sweet spot.
See, I think 10. I think 10 or below is a sweet spot for
open mic.
For showcases.
Oh, showcase?
No,
yeah.
For show, yeah.
Whoa,
no,
okay.
open mic nights. I was saying like.
For open mics, okay. Okay.
I would go with the 15 just because they're short sets, probably 10 minutes apiece. So yeah, I would go with the 15.
You go with
Okay,
15?
that'll put you about about
And
2
then,
hours. Okay.
Yeah, about
Some
15.
time to kill. Okay, that makes a little sense. I can get with that. That's just gonna be a really long night, and I guarantee 10 out of them 15 probably gonna suck.
But guess what that means for those 5?
They gonna stand out.
They're gonna be rock stars.
They gonna stand out. I'm gonna have to change the name from Tyler Lynn Talk Too Much to Tyler Lynn Talk the Truth.
I like it.
hey, if you want some truth serum, go.
I love it because someone asked after the show, they were like, "How did I do?" Honey, don't ask me that. You need to work on your breath control. I think you were moving too. I told him, he was like, "Thank you," and I was like, "You're welcome."
No, that's a reality. And since we're talking about like that open mic concept, like as people who are sitting on this side of the screen, on this side of the microphone, like that's our responsibility, right? And like if you're an artist out there, if you're going to people that are in the industry that go to a lot of open mics or whatever, and everybody's just telling you yes, or that person always says you're good, then their opinion doesn't matter anymore because they're just going to tell you that you're good, and or nobody's actually telling you the truth to get better.
Yeah, they're scared to hurt feelings, but it's like if I'm your audience and I watched you and I felt uncomfortable for you. I saw you struggle.
Yeah.
And, I just would say if you would have tweaked this or tweaked that, so, honey, I be holding that tongue. I be like, yeah, go back to the drawing board.
Go back to the drawing board.
Work on that.
Go back to the drawing board.
Don't ask me how it was. I will tell you how it was.
Maybe ask her how it was so you can get an honest opinion.
Yeah.
So you can get an honest opinion and some feedback. And once again, even, submitting to the show, our last Tuesday of the month, we have our playlist show like we did today, submitting to us. I'm going to be honest with you. And if it shouldn't be played on the radio, I'm not going to let you embarrass yourself, on the FM dial. I'm not going to do that.
We have some good ones.
But luckily we have some good ones. People that are good are good. And we put them out. And that's just what it is. It just is what it is. Some people are good and some people are not.
Yeah.
And you can get good.
You can get good. We'll push you.
You can get good. And you never know. We might be able to set you up and hook you up with a producer or something in the area. We know people. Talk to Richie.
We know people.
Don't talk to Richie. Don't talk to. Hey, I'm trying to help the people.
Don't talk to me. Because 9 times out of 10, I got a wandering mind. So it's like, how good you got to be to see. And it sound bad to say it like that, but it's just I be at those places zoned out. If you are just the slightest bit of CC minus, I'm go.
You have standards.
Yeah, so it's just, but there are ones that I'd be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it happens.
And then 9 times out of 10, well, I'll say 7.5 times out of 10, I'm probably gonna walk up to them and be like, yo, okay, I see you. Yeah, if I ain't walk up to you, it's not that it is that I didn't see you.
Because you have to, when someone is good, you have to give them that. Like, that's how I met CJ Monet. Like, that's how I met a few artists, and it was just like, you made me, like, you hypnotized me. You made me stop. You made me pay attention. You made me look you up. You made me walk over here. It was that good. So you have, like, those are the ones. Because the other ones, you're not even listening.
Right. And I don't say that to be, snobbish, pretentious, or nothing like that. Because I've been both people. I've got off that stage and been the people that walked up and be like, yo, how was it? And, it was cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then
that's a nice shoes.
Right. But then I've also been the person where they walk up to, I can't even get off the stage. Go like, hey, yo, whoa. Like, all right. So it's just, and that took growth. That took going back to the drawing board. But I did that myself. I didn't, nobody had to tell me to do that.
So as an artist and as a host or someone who likes to talk to artists, how do you want feedback? If someone was to be like, yeah, Richie, that wasn't that good, how would you take that?
I'm so much of a people watcher and reader. You're going to tell me before you even open your mouth how you felt about it.
You take offense to it? Like,
not at all.
If someone didn't like something?
I don't think you can be a good artist if you can't, like, read the crowd kind of thing. if you can't read the crowd and understand how it resonates and kind of adjust, whether that's adjusting live in the moment or going back to the drawing board and going, you know what, that cut right there, that wasn't the opener, right? That wasn't the track. You know, maybe it's not a bad track, but maybe I need to tweak it, whatever, you know. And that's how okay artists become good. That's how good artists become great. You know what I'm saying? So I understand what you're saying, Rich. Like you're reading the crowd. Like you're understanding what's happening.
Like when they had an off night, or like they just, you know, maybe it was just the way the songs were put together wasn't quite, you know, it wasn't the best set. You can tell, and then it's just, I wouldn't say it take offense. You know, of course they'll take it personal because they want to do great. Yeah. But like it's almost from a competitive standpoint. Okay, all right, but I got them next time. I already know what to do next time. It's lit.
Yeah,
that's all. That's all.
Now that makes sense. That makes sense. I'm always interested in like these conversations. You know, like I said, we're always out and at these showcases and open mics, and we hear a lot, and it's like, how should they be run, and who should be on stage and who shouldn't? I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. So yeah, I'm always interested in posing questions. If you've been listening to the show, you know I pose a lot of questions and never give answers.
I'm about to bridge together. Y'all have performed before in you know, real upbeat situations.
Yeah.
So, and you know when you've had an off.
Oh yeah.
Night. So.
Oh yeah.
And you know you're not really bummed. You more so like, don't even worry about
next time.
I'm gonna spin back and you know, and we gonna go ahead clear the whole block out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I agree. That's how I felt after my dream, which I was like, oh, next time.
Yeah,
I'll get them next time.
Yeah, that's the whole concept of what we're doing right now. Like, it's, you know, this isn't necessarily a show, but yes, it is. It is a show, and we're doing it live. And if you were listening, you know, about 20 minutes ago, we were talking about, you know, the buttons that we press and how we do it. It's like, I didn't press that one right, but you know what? Next time we're gonna make it flawless, and it's gonna be the best show on the FM airways. Like, it's you know what I'm saying?
There's a joke in there somewhere. If you heard it. You know, we're not going to explain it because you ain't seen the movie. But yeah.
I mean,
wait, what did he say?
Yeah, like you got to go back and hear
it.
So I gotta watch it now. Yeah. I gotta watch it now.
It's a Center's joke in there, you know, saying pressing buttons and whatnot.
So I'm saying I'm giving references and don't even know it. Mm-hmm. I'm giving references and don't even know it. Look, we coming to the bottom of our hour. We only have an hour on here, man. The time flies.
We need more time.
The time flies. The time flies. We're on here, you know, every Tuesday, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. And today was our playlist show. And so next week is the first Tuesday in May. I'll be back on hosting. You're going to get to hear my lovely voice once again. Once again, I'll be on. I'm actually going to have Adam Lee Decker in the building. Adam Lee Decker, if you don't know, he sings the national anthem at the hockey games. I think he's actually over there tonight. He sings that national anthem at the hockey games. Durham Bulls, Panthers, all the above. He's been on American Idol, whatever his resume is. Good dude. But one of the things that he does most of the time is he hosts a lot of open mics around the triangle. Mm-hmm. And so actually the way that he does his is he puts out his list like on a Facebook group or something like that. So most of his list is already done before the night happens.
That's how the Pinhook used to do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, and I think he does, it's either 10 or 12. I can't really remember. It's either 10 or 12. But he does them at different places. Flying Bull, downtown Durham, up in Crate and Barrel, something like that, up in Wake Forest, Growler Girls in Durham. He does just kind of around the triangle. He kind of roams and does his thing. So if you're, once again, looking for open mics, reach out to it.
There's literally no excuse.
It's no excuse. Like they're all over the place. And we just gave you a couple of them, but there's a lot more out there. But next week I'll be interviewing him. Me and him always have a good conversation. It'll be like his third time coming on. We have like a running thing. We kind of pick up on conversations that we have. And yeah, that'll be next week. I'll be back on. Anything else you guys got before we get off of here?
I had an update from our last show regarding, because I think I brought up that Shannon situation, but we don't got time for that.
Oh, child. Before we get into that, let me just give y'all a little palate cleanser. Cowboy Carter tour. So Beyonce made her first stop on the Cowboy Carter tour and sent in California. All right. It was good. Did y'all see the niece? Did y'all see Blue Ivy tear up the stage?
I actually did see that on the Elon app.
She
I did
killed
see
it, and I love that Nepo baby stuff. Hang it up, okay? Cause sis know her 8 counts, okay? I don't want to hear she didn't work for it because y'all dogged her so bad on the Renaissance tour. And if you watch the documentary, Beyonce did not want her out there because.
See, I don't agree with that. See, I don't agree with dogging kids and stuff like that.
So she, she's out there. She's new. She was 11, and so now she's like 13, and she's on the tour.
I hate to sound like Morpheus, but what if I told you that the Nepo babies actually have it just a tad bit harder?
Yeah, she definitely has it harder.
That's a conversation, man. That's a conversation.
Your mother and father are Beyonce and Jay-Z. You cannot come out here and not know your 8 counts,
because
little girl.
How dare you come out of your cushion room that looked like somebody's studio apartment and try to hang with the people that's been doing this in the street for their whole life.
Yes, and there are a lot of Nepo babies who do not pull their weight. What's that show, Growing Up? Hip Hop, honey. Now those some Nepo babies who be hanging on, but Blue Ivy earns her coins.
But your cushion is so much bigger. So take Blue Ivy. If she was any other, and she fails, she doesn't get another opportunity. That's the reality that none Nepo babies have.
Get better parents. So I don't know what to tell you. All I got to say is get your tickets, okay? Get your tickets. Oh, and shout out to Kendrick Lamar Scissor. See you this weekend. Bye.
I want to get into that conversation so bad. I want to do it. We're gonna have to do it.
I have points, but I was like, we don't have time. I'm not even gonna.
Oh no, I want to do it so bad.
Because I heard you, but I do have a counter. Oh man.
Yes.
Are we off?
No. We're not off yet. We're not off yet.
Before we get out of here, big shouts Rich Radio. Big shouts to Millie for coming through last episode. Stay tuned to see who I got coming next.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have G Santana on this month. We just got to locate a date, and we're going to get him back here.
That's right. Look, it's been Cam. It's been Tyra Lynn. It's been Rich. We had a good show today. We appreciate everybody for tuning in. Look, we're about to sign off of here and let you guys have a wonderful day. Enjoy your Tuesday. Do what you do. It's been Cam with the RDU Live show right here on Oak 93.5. And like I like to say, let's go live.
Hey, Raleigh, let's come alive. Oak 93.